go!
All right, here we go. Match number 2 underway. It's autonomous. Got some fuel cells being shot into the upper port and the lower as well by the Blue Alliance. Some movement off of the initial line, so some points for Blue. They've got a 26-0 lead as we enter into teleoperator mode. Drivers now have control of the robots. We've got 2 blue robots in this match. So 3 red robots against 2 blue ones. And it looks like we've got 2 of the red robots moving. The Flaming Monkeys seem to be in their starting position. So they had some problems with their drive. They're not moving at all at this point. Let's see if they can get it going before the match ends. We got about a minute and a half to go. Blue still with a big lead. Hawks on the horizon over by the lower port. But looked like they dropped some of those fuel cells on the ground. They did not go in the port. Meanwhile, their partner, though, was shooting a few in. That's Metal Cow Robotics, 42-13. Still big lead for the Blue Alliance. We're under a minute now, about 55 seconds remaining in the match. Red Alliance still having the startup jitters. Some of these early matches, we're going to see some issues with some of the robots as they get their feet back on the ground here. We enter into the end game. That's what that tone means. We're under 30 seconds, about 25. Robots now coming over to the power generator in the middle of the field. They want to hang on those switches. 2 blue robots and 1 red one trying to hang here. 10 seconds to go. Those 2 blue robots are up in the air. 1 red robot up in the air. 3 seconds now. 2, 1. 9-62. They get 3 ranking points for that. 2 for the win and 1 for their hanging. The end game, they scored 65 points, so they get an extra ranking point for that. Nicely done for the Blue Alliance.
Bad self. Ooh.
entering the autonomous period, we have Team 525 making one shot in the inner port and two in the outer, earning them about, well, 14 points. Team 525 going for all the shots again, and then we leave the autonomous period. Team 2949 going, loading up their power cells, shooting into the outer goal and shooting into the outer ports. 525 getting ready to get their more power cells. And then 2949 loading up from the station. 2451 under the CO generator here. Looks like it's under ball. 525 positioning themselves to shoot in the goal. And looks like. And 525 makes two in the outer port, earning them 8 points. And 2451 hitting them with a rapid hit flurry of power cells in the outer port. And starting our autonomous period, it looks like 3352 is stationary, while 111 is going for all the outer port and inner port shots, making one in the inner port and all in the outer ports. And then it looks like on the Red Alliance side, we get out of autonomous, and we're now going over. 1625 almost tipping over, while 3940 is collecting as many power cells as fast as they can, getting ready to launch into the inner and outer ports. And it looks like on the, and 3940 gets all their power cells in the outer port, while 1625 tries to make a long shot from the middle. 5934 trying to get a power cell, while 3940 once again in position to fire once again. And while accidentally shooting Team 3352's robot with a power cell, getting all their other power cells into the ports. All right, looks like 1625 is all ready and loaded. Looks like they're gonna go for another round. Long distance shots, all of them going in the inner port, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And looks like we now have 3940 once again ready to go fire all of their power cells away, while 111 loads on the human player station. And 3940 getting half their shots in the inner port. While once again 1625 And entering into the autonomous period, 2038 is moving while 4096 is shooting in the outer ports, landing all their shots, except one. And then 2038 also is going, and now we exit the autonomous, and we go. 5041 not having an autonomous though, and now going to a slow start here for 4213 collecting as many power cells as they can, as well as 2039 in red lines. 4655 goes to try making a shot, hitting the inner port. And let's see. 5655 preparing to collect more as 4213 is ready to fire away. And as they readjust, we get more shots from Red Alliance. At 4098, 4096 shooting into the outer ports. 4213 getting ready to fire. And it looks like 4655 accidentally shooting 5041. As what appears to be the Blue Alliance continues shooting in their goal. And it looks like 2338 and 4655 were both trying to go for long distance shots on their goals. As 4213 continues their attack, their launching. .4213 hits theirs into the goal as 4096 prepares to fire away. While 2038 actually makes all their shots in the inner port. 2038 receiving rolls from the human player as we enter our 30-second almost endgame period. 4655 is getting ready to climb as 4096 might be preparing to continue their launching. 2338 prepares to hang. 4213 versus the hang as we have 7 seconds. Red Alliance having 2 bots hanging. 4213 hanging. It looks like we have 2 red robots hanging and 1 blue. Now let's wait for our judges' results. And starting our autonomous period, we have 2094 getting 2949 getting ready to fire away as more fire cells get out of bounds. And it looks like autonomous period has ended. And now Red Alliance preparing to fire more into the goals, all shooting into the outer. 5847 accidentally rolling over a couple, while 2451 prepares to fire away. As well as 2949, a part of the Blue Alliance, though having a red bumper. And now, on the Red Alliance side, it looks like they're prepared to fire away. And on Blue Alliance, 5125 trying to grab another power cell. 2949 trying to gather as many as they can. And it looks like 525 getting all of their power cells in the outer gate. And 2451 getting 1 ball out of bounds while all the others are in the outer ports. 5125 trying to get another, accidentally squishing a couple power cells on the way. 5822 continuing there to get ready to fire. While 5847 having 2 power cells in the chamber, ready to fire. 2451 have it all firing every power cell at once, hitting on the outer port, except one. 5847 going for the outer port as 2949 is trying to load up. Looks like there might be a couple problems here. 4847 loading up as 2451 prepares to fire once again. And they fire into the outer port with 1 going towards out. And once again, 2451 continues to fire away. It looks like one robot may have some technical difficulties soon. 24-51 getting ready to hang, as well as 29-49. 51-25 also ready to hang, as 58-47 is hanging. And 5-2-5 are hanging with their on the Red Alliance side. Team 29-49 hanging out. 100 points to 88. Scoring 2 ranking points for the Red Alliance. Well,
I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free,
autonomous 39-40 or not. 59-34 makes their shots, as 39-40 makes all the inner port shots. 42-13 getting ready as Red Alliance. Well, 29-39 is all loaded. 39-40 once again going to grab all the power cells. 46-55 as well, collecting as many power cells as they can, as 29-39 is just sitting. All right, and it looks like 39-40 trying their best to hit. However, missing a couple. 16-25 rushing to collect power cells. 46-55 preparing to collect more, as 29-39 attempts to launch a single, well, one. 39-40 collecting, rushing over, collecting more power cells and going out into the trench. 42-13 shooting into the outer port, as 59-34 joins them. And shoots into the inner port. While 16-25 Motivation is collecting power cells from human player. 20-39 preparing, trying to run around to collect power cells if they can. 39-40 running around as much as they can, collecting more power cells, going under using the trench as an advantage. And it looks like they're going over for another round of shooting. Innovation still collecting power cells from human player, as 29-39 is still there. 39-40 launching more into the outer ports and inner, as the legendary, as 16-25 continues shooting in the inner port from a long distance. 46-55 stuck on a couple power cells, while 59-34 is in the shield, on the shield generator. And watch this, a couple wires on 59-34 are off. 39-40 trying their best to shoot, while 59-34 looks like it's stuck and stationary. Motivation about to climb, as we have 20 seconds on the clock. 55 about to climb. 16-25 getting ready, while 39-40 is hanging, same as 42-13. And 16-25 hanging as well. While 20-39 is new high score, and 99 points for Red Alliance with 0 ranking points. Leading.
Go! All right, here we go. Match number 11 at R2OC. Quickly, the Red Alliance shooting a lot of power cells into that upper port. Scoring a number of them. Blue Alliance doing it as well. Autonomous ends, we enter into teleoperator mode. Advantage Red Alliance. About a 15-point lead. The drivers have control of the robots. There's Ponage, scoring quite a few of those ports, of those fuel cells into the upper port. Over on the red side, Swart Dog's putting them up into the upper port as well. Geared forward, shooting them from a distance into the upper port. So the Red Alliance building on that lead, over 20 points. But here comes Blue, Ponage, Wild Sting, Ironclad, all of them shooting over at the upper port for the Blue Alliance. Closing the gap a little bit, but it's still red. Plenty of time remaining. All right, here we go. Match number 13 is underway. It's autonomous. Red scoring. Blue putting some in as well. Slight advantage red here as we enter into teleoperator mode. Drivers now have control of the robots. Everybody moving here. Match number 13. There come a bunch of shots by Ponage into that upper port. Their partner Cybertooth doing the same. Blue has now taken over the lead. Red trying to come back. It's going to be a close one here. Here comes Blue again. Ponage was not lined up straight, and they missed a bunch of shots there. So here comes Red, taking the lead back. And now Cybertooth trying to grab it back for Blue, and they do. So it's going back and forth. We're down to still over a minute to go, about 70 some odd seconds. Ponage trying again. They still need to do a little bit of adjusting on their line of sight with their shooting. Here come the Swart Dogs right under that red port, putting them up into the upper port. So Red taking the lead back. Here comes Cybertooth though, popping a bunch in, about 4 or 5 of them. Here comes Ponage. They all go in. So now the Blue Alliance taking the score back, taking the lead back. But Red putting some in. I think that they're going to take it back, and they do. We're down to about half a minute to go. We're entering into the end game. Still a very tight match. It could go either way. The lead keeps seesawing back and forth. Cybertooth putting some last second fuel cells into that upper port. We're down to 15 seconds now. 4 robots trying to hang over on the power generator. All 4 of them trying to go up at the same time. Oh, but one falls down. So now we've got 2 red ones and a blue up in the air of 140 points to 121. They get 3 raking points. All right, here we go. Match number 14 underway. Some quick scoring over by the Blue Alliance. More by Blue. So Blue taking an early lead as we enter into teleoperator mode. Drivers now have control of the robots. Everybody moving here. Match number 14 at R2OC. Blue has increased its lead now to about 20 points, 21. Winnovation over picking some up from the loading zone and their human player. Trying to get in position for an extreme long shot. They missed the first one. The third one bounces out, but a couple go in. Winnovation working on that long range shooting. Still lead going to the Blue Alliance. 70 seconds to go. Wolfbite attempting a shot. Falls short. Ponage 2 putting some in for the Red Alliance. And the Red Alliance has now got a little bit of a lead. Blue bounces back into the lead. So we're going to go back and forth a little bit. We got 3/4 of a minute to go. Bunch of shots by Blue, building up that lead. Red's going to have to hustle to get back into it. Coming down to the end game, about half a minute to go. 8-point lead for the Blue Alliance. Teams lining up now to climb over at the power generator. 1 blue robot, 2 red ones, possibly a third one, we don't know. 14 seconds to go. That blue robot up in the air. That's Children of the Corn. All three red robots lined up. One in the air, two not. 1 second to go. The score 119 to 105. 2 ranking points for the blue team. All right, here we go. Match number 15 underway. Blue Alliance popping a few fuel cells into that top outer port. Red Alliance doing some scoring of their own as well, and they actually have an early lead here in the match as we enter into teleoperator mode. Three blue robots over by that blue goal. Ironclad shooting a few of those cells into the outer port. But the Red Alliance still keeps on gaining some points. Control Z over in that protected region. They're having some problems with their shooter, so they are not putting them in. Meanwhile, Ironclad shooting them up over for blue, and they have closed the gap now to a couple of points. Got about 70 seconds remaining in the match. Hawks on the horizon, just dropping off a few cells into the lower port for the Red Alliance. And we go down under a minute, about 50 seconds to go. 3/4 of a minute, slight advantage for the Red Alliance. Control Z loading up on some cells over with their human player. Coming down toward the end game. About half a minute to go now. 2 red robots lining up to try to hang on that power generator. 1 blue robot. That's Ironclad for blue going up in the air with 12 seconds to go. The red robots, both of them are lined up, trying to get the timing of lifting. Hawks on the horizon up in the air. Second red robot still on the
And going into our automation period for the last game of the day, it looks like Red Alliance is beginning their shots as well as Blue Alliance. Looks like 2338 was under the trench during Autonomous. And now, here comes the human players. The Red Alliance is trying their best to grab as many power cells as they can. And 3940 Cybertooth is on the move. Getting ready to shoot once again. 5847 releasing a flurry of power cells in their goal, as well as 3940 on the Blue Alliance. Going over and collecting from the human player's station. As 1625 does another long distance shot. And all hitting in. 3940 losing a ball in transit. It's as they begin to take aim. As 4096 begins to aim and fired. 2338 gathering more on Blue Alliance, while 1625 Winnebago is gathering from human player and on the move. Team Cybertooth is on the move and ready to begin their fire. And as they do, they hit all. One flies out of the robot as it went in. 4096 is beginning to take aim, as well as 1625 on Winnebago. Then 3940 Cybertooth is beginning to take from the human player. Then going over once again, rushing to the goal as 1625 attempts another long shot. 4096 and the Red Alliance are ready to fire as 3940 did not miss a And jumping into the autonomous period 5 on the blue lines. 5934 is actually shooting into the low high goal. 5125 shooting into the low. On the red lines, it's on robots 167. All balls are empty. On 2338 has shot all balls out of bounds. All right, 2338 is picking up as many power cells as they can. 5934 blue lines is collecting some, almost breaking some. 2949 try to collect some, sadly damaging the ball in the process. Team 111 and shooting, while team 238 shooting at a distance, with 167 joining in. 5125 has a robot possibly jammed in their system, as the Red Alliance is constantly shooting at a high rate. Can the Blue Alliance catch up? And 2338 is shooting on to the high goal, making them all, getting them all in. As 2338 gets ready for a possible human player first power cell game. Meanwhile, the robot 5934 is collecting power cells from human player, while team 111 is getting ready to aim and fire. While 2338 managed to go a long shot and shoot all the wall, the power cells in the high goal. Let's see if they can keep this up. And then 5934 is at the shield generator, having a small difficult time there. 2949 is trying to move, while 167 has made another goal. 5934 has made another goal, while on the other hand, team 111 has been set there. 5125 is on the shield generator, while 2949 prepares to climb. 111 is, and it looks like 111 is trying to figure out whether to shoot or climb. 5934 is currently off the shield generator. 2338 entering the shield generator, getting ready to climb. 111 barely off the ground. Meanwhile, Genesis Automation. Alliance wins by 3 points, meaning the fourth alliance. In this period, it looks like Blue's autonomy. He is going to go straight for the high goals. Red's already made their shots, so is Blue. And now we have 5 seconds on the clock for Autonomous. And as drivers step ahead of the line, they begin to take control. And drivers take control of their power of their power cells. Red Alliance shooting at the high goal, missing each shot so far, except a few. Blue Alliance already beginning their attack with their power cells in the ports, all hitting the upper ports, and it appears here's 96 is preparing to aim fire. Looks like red is scoring. Well, the score right now is 25 red, 16 blue. And more shots were scored in the Blue Alliance goal. Let's see if Blue Alliance can win. And ball goes astray out into the field. Now, and going to the outer and hitting in the outer goal by 46-55. Looks like Red Alliance might win. And it looks like Red Alliance has a chance in this 2v3. And then 4096 is collecting more power cells, accidentally bumping into a bot along the way and collecting more, preparing to aim. Looks like 4213 Metal Cows are preparing to go and launch their power cells into the ports. And it looks like 5041 might not survive and might not be able to go, for 2039 is blocking. Starting our semifinals off, going into autonomous mode. It looks like 33-8 decided to go for the goal. And it looks like the entire Blue Alliance has shot into their goal. Looks like Red Alliance has also emptied most of the power cells into their ports. Well, it looks like 111 goes to the shield generator to retrieve power cells. While also Red Alliance begins their charge to search. Looks like 5847 is collecting in shield generator. 2451 is also collecting more power cells by the trench. Looks like 167 is waiting. While 2338 is collecting from human player on the move through the trench. While 2451 on Red Alliance has made a good shot to the outer port. And now goes to collect more power cells from human player. While the Blue Alliance attempts to shoot into the inner and outer ports, only scoring the inner. 2451 hits in the outer ports, while more power cells are fed through human player. 3352 appears to be at a standstill, while 167 of the Blue Alliance is prepared to aim fire. 5847 and 2451 appear to have fired every single one of their power cells that they just had into their ports. With 2338 going from a half field shot by the shield generator. While 2451 also has launched the rest of their cells into the power port. With 2338 scoring in the inner port of the port. And it appears that with about 25 seconds on the clock, 2451 is beginning their descent, as well as 5847, while Blue Alliance continues to launch their power cells. 2451 appears to have gone up, as well as 5847. Looks like 111 and 238 won't have enough time. Wait, 2338 has mounted. Has beaten Alliance number 4 with 152 points. And we're starting the automation period, and it looks like 525 is going to go collect power cells. Well, 4213 shoots in the upper port. Let's see it. It looks like 3940 is also aiming the upper port. And now as the drivers go to their robots, we see the 4150 going to the high goal. While 525 goes to collect power cells under the trench. And 4213 attempts a long-range shot. But 3940 collects more power cells even faster. And it appears that 525 is beginning to unload their power cells in the upper port. 4213 appears to be firing and shooting in the outer port and inner. While 3940 it releases a flurry of power cells into the upper port. 525 appears to go up to the wall and again firing all the way, as 4213 fires all their power cells into the outer port. 3940 appears to be preparing to aim their shot, but 5041 was not in their way, as apparently they had shot all of their power cells into the upper goal hole. 4213 is aiming for, lining up for another shot. They got it all in the outer thing. As also a new discovery is made that there's a broken and damaged ball on the field. Team 525 appears to be preparing to fire away all their power cells, as 4213 fires in their goal. 3940 appears to have their climbing gear out already. And it looks like 3940 is the first one to rush over. Team 525 is rushing over as well, while 5822 is trying to navigate to the shield generator through the trench. And 4213 prepares to launch as 5041 is also mounted in the middle and then falls. Team 525 is trying their best to hop on while 3940 scales and 50. And starting off, we go to autonomous, and we have 238. And we have 2338 collecting and trying to shoot all of their power cells into the port. But sadly, it didn't go as planned. It appears that the Red Alliance has gotten all their power cells in. Meanwhile, human players go to their stations and prepare to use their robots. And it appears that 3352 has been pushed around a little bit. All right, it looks like 2338 is going to go to the human player station. 5847 is in by the shield generator, attempting to gain more power cells. And it appears 3352 is tipping a little bit. 2551 has launched all their power cells towards the goal and towards the port. Now Red Alliance is going near their human player station to get more. Blue Alliance is also going near their human player, hopefully trying to get more power cells. And it appears 2451 has made a very bold attempt to shoot from midfield all the way into their ports. And it appears that there's a bit of rupture, and it appears that some of these robots certainly are flying a little bit and going a little bit bumpy. And it seems like 111 is currently stuck on the field. Meanwhile, it seems like the other robots are stuck down on one side of the court trying to get more power cells, while Team 3352 is trying to join the fray. Team 5847 is prepared to fire all their power cells into the port, if they can make it. While there's only 25 seconds on the clock, 111 prepares them out, and as do 2451, 5847, and 3352. And it appears we have 10 seconds! 10 seconds! And it appears Robot 111 on the Blue Alliance has the finals. Congratulations to our Red Alliance. And congratulations.
Two, one, go!
All right, here we go. Semi-final 2, the second match. Red is up 1-0. If they win, they go to the finals. Our Blue Alliance, our three-seeded alliance, looking to stay alive here by getting a win and forcing a rubber match. We end the autonomous round with Red in the lead. Got about a 20-point lead here in the early going. We go to teleoperator mode. Drivers have control of the robots. Cybertooth putting some in for the Red Alliance. Metal Cow and Winnovation shooting from a long distance, putting them in for Blue. They cut the gap a little bit down to about 12 points, but Red's still in the lead. Remember, Blue needs to win this one to force a rubber match and stay alive. There's Cybertooth putting in about 3 or 4. Swart Dog's putting about 4 or 5 in there. Lots of scoring for Red. Here comes Blue. Winnovation from downtown, and Metal Cow doing it as well. They're coming back, keeping it tight, but it's still almost 20 points. About 14 points separating the two alliances. We're down to 70 seconds, so still plenty of time. Lots of high scoring in this match. Blue Alliance putting them in from downtown. Swart Dog's doing it from right under the goal. Putting them in that upper port. Everybody's scoring here. But red now building up a bigger lead. They're up to 30 points. Here comes blue trying to close that gap. Can they do it? Swart Dogs lining up under that red goal again, putting them in the upper port, putting 3 or 4 in there very quickly, and they move away. Their partner, Cybertooth, putting them in from the protected zone. Over on the blue side, we got teams doing it as well. People lining up now. 15 seconds to go in the match. 3 blue robots lined up trying to hang. 2 red ones. Under 10 seconds now. Looks like we're only going to have 1 red robot try to hang with 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. But how about a round of applause for our number 3 seeded. All right, here we go. Finals is underway. Red Alliance shooting a lot of fuel cells, now blue as well, into their respective upper ports. Even more coming from the red. Very tight as we enter into teleoperator mode. 2-point advantage for the Blue Alliance. Drivers have control of the robot, everybody moving. Cybertooth shooting some fuel cells into that upper port. Ponage doing the same for red. Most of the robots over on the blue side of the field, scoring by the blue goal. Advantage blue. Here comes Cybertooth from the protected area, shooting of 3 in easily, 3 or 4. And they've got about a 20-point lead. Plenty of time remaining in this match, over 80 seconds. Advantage blue. Again, most of the robots bunched on that side of the field over by the blue goals. Another handful of fuel cells put into that upper port by Cyber Blue for blue. Here comes Ponage picking up some of those fuel cells off the ground. Not quite in position to shoot, now lining up. There they go, quickly, 3 go in. Here comes Ironclad for red, putting 3, 4 in. Here comes a 5th one, in. Meanwhile, Swart Dogs right under that blue port, putting them in, and Cybertooth doing it from a distance. Looks like Wolfbite is not moving for the Blue Alliance, but blue with a 14-point, now only a 10-point lead as we're coming down to half a minute to go. All 3 red robots lining up to try to hang on the power generator switch. Let's see if they can do it. Nobody for blue over there yet. Blue, though, has built up quite a lead. They've got about a 35-point lead, but they've only got 1 robot lining up to hang with 10 seconds to go. That's Cybertooth. They're not there yet. All 3 red robots trying to hang. 5 seconds now. 3. They're all 3 in the air. 2, 1. A 39-point win. And all right, here we go. Autonomous Sport Finals, match number 2. Some quick scores by the Blue Alliance and the Red Alliance. Both putting them in autonomous. Blue a little more efficient. They take an early lead here. We enter into teleoperator mode. The drivers have control of the robots now. Everybody's moving. Blue needs to win this match to stay alive. Red wins it. They're our champions here at R2OC. Blue with the early lead. They're up by almost 20. They know what's at stake, but red does not want to give it up easily. They want to go home the champions, and they want to end it now. Still a slight lead for the Blue Alliance. Swart Dogs underneath that port, scoring quickly and effortlessly for the Blue Alliance. Blue with a nice lead. Ironclad trying to score, but they misaligned their setup, and they missed a bunch of those power cells going in. Here comes a Cybertooth, and they put 3 or 4 of them in there from the protected zone. Blue building up a 37-point lead. Plenty of time remaining in this match. Still over a minute, about 65 seconds. There's the Swart Dogs. 3 quick and soft scores. Here's Cybertooth a little bit louder with 4. The 5th one misses. But it's a 45-point lead now for the Blue Alliance. And we have the Flaming Monkeys over on their side. Tough break for Red. It looks like Ponage isn't moving either. So two red robots not moving, apparently out of commission. Blue going to town now. It's Blue against the Ironclad team out of Bradley. Blue now with a, holy cow, a 70-point lead. We've got 20 seconds remaining in the match. Two blue robots trying to position themselves. Nope, only one to hang. 12 seconds to go. Blue with a significant lead. Cybertooth up in the air and balanced. Swart Dog just going to park. And time, with the real-time score, they win by over 100 points, 161 to 45. All right, here we go. The last match of R2OC. The winner is our champion. They're tied 1-1 in the finals. We've got both alliances scoring here in Autonomous. Swart Dogs putting a few more in at the end there. Slight lead to the Red Alliance as we enter into teleoperator mode. Drivers have control of the robots. Everybody moving here in finals match number 3. The winner is our champ. Who's gonna take it? Early lead going to the Red Alliance. Both alliances are good. This is our number 1 seeded alliance after a full day of competition in red. Our number 2 seeded alliance after the full day in blue. It all comes down to this. Slight lead now for the Blue Alliance. A minute and a half to go. Cybertooth picking up a bunch of balls. They go to the protected area with those fuel cell balls. Shooting them in. Swart Dogs at the same time right up.